สงขลามหาชนขอเสนอนิทานแปลกจากอินโดนีเซียเรื่องของพี่น้องสองสาวที่พี่สาวบาหวังสวยและรวยความดีสุนาน้องสาวรวยด้วยเล่ห์อิจฉางานเทศกาลหมู่บ้านมาถึงพี่สาวยังคงกรำงานหนักจนสิ้นใจน้องสาวมาเจอเข้าโยนศพลงแม่น้ำด้วยความดีบาหวังพี่สาวกลับฟื้นคืนชีพพบหญิงชราลึกลับมอบสร้อยงามแทนความดีน้องสาวรู้เข้าเกิดความอิจฉากลับมาขอบ้างเจอเรื่องสะพรึงเรื่องนี้น่าสนใจจัสมินเยาวชนจากอินโดนีเซียมอบนิทานนี้แก่ชาวโลก
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Jasmine. I really love storytelling, and as dancing is also part of my life, today I'll mix a little bit of feminine and dynamic style of Balinese dance in my storytelling. This is a tale of two sisters. Hope you enjoy it. Once upon a time, in a little village in Bali, there lived two sisters named Bawang and Suna. Both were very beautiful, but while Bawang's beauty came from within, Suna's was only skin deep. Bawang worked hard, but on the other hand, Suna was lazy.There was much to do in the family compound, and although the two girls were both responsible for all, the works were never fairly divided. Suna left all the difficult works to Bawang, while she pretended to be busy. Sometimes Suna would appear just before Bawang had finished her work. Pretending to be concerned, she would say,Oh, my poor sister, I'm so sorry that I have been busy elsewhere. Now, don't do another thing. Take a rest and have a nice cool bath in the river. Goodbye. The sneaky Suna will then mess up her hair, crumple her clothes, and pretend to be working very hard, playing around.Just before her mother will appear. I'm all right, Mom. One day, there was a large festival in the village. In his sister's house, there was more to do than ever. As usual, the hardest work was left to Bawang, while the selfish Suna spent all her time preaching herself.The duties grew so heavy that poor little Bawang could hardly cope any longer. Her head began to spin. She began to sweat. And finally, Bawang fell in the mud. Later on, Suna discovered that.Bawang lying lifeless in the mud. She was afraid because the truth about her laziness now might be discovered. The cruel Suna dragged her sister to the river and threw her away. The fast-flowing water had revived Bawang, and she arrived at the other side of the river's edge. Then, she saw a large banyan tree with a small shrine at the trunk. Bella quickly realized that this was a holy place. She began preparing herself for worship. Bella knelt down to pray. She took a flower and held it between her fingers, praying to the God with a deep feeling of peace and happiness. Suddenly, she felt something touch her shoulder. There, standing behind her, the oldest and ugliest woman, saying, "You were not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away, you're always in my heart. You were not alone." Oh, look at that! A brilliant golden bird flew out of the forest. He carried a very beautiful necklace and gave it to Bella. Then the old woman whispered softly, and out of nothing, a white stallion appeared. Go, my dear Bella. He will take you home. He will take you home. Over the hills and streams, the horse galloped steadily to the sister's house. Of course, her mean sister was very surprised. I can't believe my eyes. Oh, Bella, you're back. Hey, what a beautiful necklace. I want that too. She wasted no time in retracing Bella's steps to the river and the banyan tree. Soon as they there, waiting and waiting, but nothing happened. Of course, unlike Bella, the bad girl Suna didn't even learn to pray. Then, old woman appeared, looked very sad. You were not. Suna yelled loud, "You care for my sister, so do the same thing for me. But I want bigger, better, and best." All of a sudden, she heard the sound of wings flapping. It wasn't a golden bird, but a huge black crow flew towards her and attacked her with its sharp beak. Whoa! Too scary to tell what had happened to Suna after that. Very beautiful story, isn't it? This story has a very good moral message. The story teaches us to commit everything we do to our mighty God. Trust Him to help, and God will. And just remember that our ways is not a soft grass. It is a mountain path with lots of rocks. But be brave, for it goes forward, towards the sun. Thank you.
สงขลามหาชนจะนำนิทานดีๆในเทศกาลนิทานนานาชาติโดยเด็กคิดโอกาสดีที่ไม่ค่อยมีใครได้มีโอกาสดูพบกันใหม่คราวหน้าสวัสดีครับ